Welcome all, and please enjoy this week's Pecha Kucha presentation of Arrow to the Knees Performing Stage Team Analysis. This week, we'll be covering the performing stage through a variety of topics, ranging from team pride to steps on how to remain vigilant.
In the performing stage, you should have already known your basic characteristics of your team, which are sharing responsibilities, trusting each other completely in tasks, and motivate each other by giving and receiving it from the members. Having this advanced characteristic and remaining vigilant about them will keep the team going from.
When your team is fully immersed in the performing stage, you will be able to notice advanced characteristics emerging. Your team will have developed interdependence, meaning that each of your team members is mutually dependent on each other, but can still operate individually or even with the loss of a team member. Beyond those advanced characteristics lies something that is often called super-performing. This is when the team functions like a so-called well-oiled machine. Tasks are streamlined, there are minimal errors if they occur at all, time is not wasted, and the team reaches an optimal efficiency peak.
Overconfidence can lead to the oversight of decision-making strategies, forcing the team as a whole to backtrack for that oversight. Sometimes teammates are overconfident in their assumptions about their other teammates. This can lead to an exemption or oversight of key ideas, based on an assumption of what the other teammates might or might not favor.
At some point, the question will rise, are we being supportive enough? You will want to know if your team is doing what they can to support each other as well. Without good support, your team will collapse. Make sure that everyone feels like they are working in a group environment at all times.
Feelings are more important to consider when talking about the performing stage because a team that feels more confident in the ability of its team is more likely to outperform the one that doesn't. Setting aside time to communicate feelings on the project or other team issues is simply and should be taken considerate to maintain a strong group performance.
In the performing stage, team members will find that their team is performing. Larger tasks are far more approachable and cause less stress. This will allow for the team to focus on less of their own concerns and more of the team's needs as a whole. Finding the equilibrium of personal concern versus team concern is important for a productive performing stage. As the team starts to perform at its optimal level, team pride can be a major factor, pushing that level even higher. Team members will want to go beyond what is expected and keep raising the bar because they take pride in the team's accomplishments. As the pride permeates the whole team, support will begin to be shared by the team members to keep the momentum going and testing new boundaries. Satisfaction of the individual team members can directly affect the team performance. The greater the satisfaction, the less doubt the team will have in its ability to meet its objectives. The less doubt means more concentrated focus on work. This will in turn lead to a greater outlook shared by the team because each team member knows that the team is performing as intended and producing quality work, whereas the team might have once had doubt in each other.
There are always problems, but if you still experience some of these problems, you may not want to be in the performing stage yet. Keep asking the team if there are or were any problems that constantly show up. If there is, take action and fix them as soon as possible instead of letting them fester or lag behind the stage you go through. And the problem it is not fixed, you are not completing the stage, and there might be a problem in the leadership and no one's paying attention.
If you are still having major problems, you have not made it to the performing stage. You have failed to communicate and resolve any big issues at hand in the first place. You have neglected to see the work that needs to be done within the team and get started on it, so you will likely be stuck at the norming stage or even risk moving back to the storming stage. Are you sick? Is everything okay? No? Well, that is your problem. Your team may have failed to understand what is really going on with the problem and only treated the symptoms. This lack of desire for the group is killing the team's accomplishments. Poor communication is sometimes one of the causes of this issue.
Oops. Time's up. At this stage, there should not be a problem happening. You should really be asking, why is there a problem now? What happened to the scheduling to keep things in place? What happened to all the commitment to all the team in the beginning? Is anyone focused anymore on the project? If the answer keeps getting no to all these, you should be going back and fixing it.
To get to and stay in the wonderful performing stage, your team has to be able to break through their conflicts. When they do, check up on it. Is it really solved? Do the team members just think it may be solved? Make sure the problem gets taken care of and that your team is aware of what has been done to correct the conflict.
Within the team, everyone has different needs and applies them however they feel comfortable, but everyone needs to make sure to maintain motivation. Each team member, no matter what position they are in, should take responsibility for any task they are capable of. If someone fails within the group, the whole team suffers. Apparently.
Listening to others is important to fully understand every angle of any given situation. Teammates can offer different perceptions of the same situation while offering viable alternative solutions as well. A true leader listens and reacts respectively, as well as taking initiative and enabling others to follow.
Each team member will have their own unique qualities you should be looking for. What are the improvements that each member is taking to help the team? Are there any extra measures that can be taken to help improve on the team? Asking these questions of your team and yourself will help the team develop new skills.
Consideration and respect for others' ideas is crucial to continual development. This applies to each person on an individual level and then transposed upon the team structure. As an individual, it is essential to maintain and consider how others might perceive a situation or otherwise deal with an issue in their own fashion.
It's been a pretty long journey this month, and we've all been kept pretty busy, but I think it's safe to say that the members here at Arrow to the Knee had much fun working together. This will be the last you're hearing from us as a team, unfortunately. We hope everyone else had fun as well, and we'll see you all next class.